In this video, I want to have a look at ordering fractions. So to order fractions, we need to be able to compare them to see which ones are bigger and smaller. The best way to compare fractions with different denominators is to rewrite them to equivalent fractions with the same denominator. So if they don't have the same denominator to start with, we're going to rewrite them into equivalent fractions so that they do, because then we can compare them. So let's have a look at some examples. So in this first example, we're asked which fraction is larger, 3/10 or 1/3. So to make them have a common denominator, we need to think about the multiples of 10 and 3 and find the lowest one that they have in common. So multiples of 10, we could have 10, 20, 30, 40, and it would keep going down there. Our multiples of 3, now we're going to go through this list and hopefully find one in both lists that's the same. So multiples of 3 would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and there we go, we've got 30 in both of our lists. So this is going to be our new common denominator. So we've got 3/10 to start with. If we want to make it have a denominator of 30, then we'd have to multiply the denominator by 3, so which means we also have to do the same to the numerator. So 3 times 3 would give us 9. Now we need to convert 1/3 as well, and we want it to have a denominator of 30. So we'd have to multiply the bottom, the denominator, by 10. So we have to do the same thing to the numerator as well. So now because we've got the same denominator, we can compare them. If we want to know which one's larger, 3/10 or 1/3, we're going to look at which one's larger out of 9/30 or 10/30. So 10 over 30 is larger than 9 over 30, which means that 1/3 is going to be larger. All right, let's have a look at a second example. For our second example, we're actually asked which fraction is smaller this time. So we've got 2/5 or 3/7. So again, we're going to write down our multiples of 5 and 7 and find the smallest number that's in both lists. So our multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Now you don't have to write these lists if you can see it straight away, but this is one way to help you figure it out. So our multiples of 7 would be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and we've got a 35 in both lists, so we can stop there. So we're going to rewrite 2/5 so that it has a denominator of 35, which means we would have to multiply the denominator by 7. So we're going to do the same thing to the numerator as well, and we'll end up with 14 over 35. In our other one, we've got 3/7, so we'd have to multiply the denominator by 5 to get the numerator. Oops, 5, not 3. So 3 5s are 15. So in this one, we were looking for which one is smaller. So that's going to be this one here, 14 out of 35 instead of 15 over 35, which means that 2/5 is smaller than 3/7. So that's having a look at ordering fractions.